Good of you to join us. We have an array of wines in front of us. Before we get down to that, there's this whole thing about New World and Old World wines.
Yes.
And we think of Old World wines, I guess, as the mother country, France, and some of the European countries that were producing wines for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And yet, when we talk of Chile as a New World wine, I think, well, maybe the last 10 or 15 years, but it's been going back a lot further than that.
Yes. Well, New World in terms of exporting maybe and becoming known in the whole in Europe. But we've been producing wine since 16th century. So in 18th century we started importing French varieties.
When you say 16th century, I'm assuming that's when the Spanish came across to South America.
Yes. They brought in some Spanish varieties, but then they were replaced in 18th century by French varieties.
Okay. So the Spanish and the French influence has always been there.
Yes.
And from that Spanish and French influence that we've had, we then move straight away into wines that are there any Chilean wines that are of a grape variety that has grown up in Chile of itself?
No, they were all from overseas, from France or Spain, and now you will find even Italian varieties, but we didn't really have varieties of our
Why
wine.
is it that New World wines are so popular? What is it that makes New World wines such a thing that everyone wants to buy?
I think it's their approachability, the very the wines made for either having with food or not, with a lot of fruit intensity, sweet tannins in the case of the red, round, easy to drink, and the other thing I would say is they're reliable wines in terms of quality.
In New World wines, I suspect Sauvignon Blanc is one of those wines that people, particularly in the United Kingdom, love to have.
Yes, well, Chile is best known for its reds, but right. We've been improving a lot and working a lot in finding valleys, cool areas to produce. And if you compare Sauvignon from the recent years, what we were producing before, is a big difference. So we're having very good stuff now. Those are the main two varieties, Chilean white varieties, I mean, Sauvignon and Chardonnay, yes.
All right. So Chilean Chardonnay is there as well. Oaky flavour to the Chardonnay?
In general, but with developing lines that are unoaked Chardonnay with a great success. We send it mainly here to England, and it's been a great success. People is looking for fruit and not only oak.
You mentioned there finding cool valleys in order to produce the Sauvignon Blanc.
Yes.
You need a different climate to that for the red wines.
Yes, in general, white wines you need slightly cooler areas, and the most famous area in Chile is Casablanca Valley. From these two wines comes from, and also Pinot Noir needs a cooler area, and red. It's more like a warm place to put because you have to get all the ripeness in tannins. Yes.
All right, so different wines, different parts of the valley,
yes.
Different areas. Let's just talk about the geography of Chile for a moment. It's very long and thin, isn't it? Does that present its own challenges?
Well, it's the skinny country. Skinny country from north to south is 4,000 kilometers.
Right.
Very long, and the average wide is only 150. So you can really go to the beach and to the mountain in a couple of hours. But the wine region is centered in the central part of Chile, and in there we have been discovering and finding new places like cooler or hotter, adapted to different varieties.
Right. So that's the geography, if you like, of Chile. But what about the temperature? Because I get this image that Chile is just one of these wonderful places with a great climate. It depends what you call a great climate, of course.
Yes, well, the climate it's great climate for growing grapes, is true, because we have less problems in terms of diseases, and all the rain is happening in winter, so it's much easier to produce, and also environmentally it's more friendly because we have less treatments. Chemical treatments.
Is it possible to buy organic wine from Chile?
Yes, in fact, Errázuriz, we produce an organic wine. It's a Cabernet. The first production was in '03 wine, and it's becoming very successful. Yes.
There are challenges with Chilean with organic wine, should I
Yes.
say? And one of those, is, of course, you can't spray it with anything, no chemicals.
Yes.
There's a lovely story that I heard. You grow on some of the slopes avocado.
Yes.
Like we had for lunch today, some avocado, and isn't there a spider that lives in the avocado that eats the vine weevil?
Yes. One of the main problem, I would say, is not botrytis in Chile or rotten. It's more like this red mite, what we call a red mite. But there's a natural predator that lives in the avocado that goes and take care of the.
Well, that's just helping the farmers.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is.
That's
It is.